Alright YouTube, I am back at Local Stay with Rob's first place Vanquish Soul deck profile out of 5 rounds. What were your matchups today, Rob?
Round 1 was Runic Sprite for Hire. Round 2, I believe, was Dinosaurs. Round 3 was Kashkira. Round 4 was Dragon Link. And round 5 was Raid Raptor YUGIOH FTK. And this is how I won with Vanquish Soul. Right into it. Start out very standard. Don't need to go too in depth like this. Triple Raisin, triple Mad Love, triple Borga, double Caesar, very standard. These are just the main nicknames. I have cut Pantera and I have cut the Blob Pluton thing because I noticed they come up almost never. The reason why you played Blob was because sometimes you need to search a raisin off a fire. Such a fire off raisin, sorry. But I noticed that it doesn't really come up that often. It comes up about once in about 50 games because the way I built the rest of this deck to have fires as much as possible, just naturally have them drawn. You don't need to search it that often. So I made those concessions so I could fit a little bit more knowledge in. And then the rest of this ratio is completely standard. Triple Fenrir, arguably the best card in your deck. Super fucking flexible because of the fact it can search an earth for a fire. That being a fire, I'm still playing this. This helps with your fire maths quite a lot. I know last profile I couldn't really explain the maths very well of it. We were a bit strapped for time, but I'll go into a bit more in depth in this one. So you employ rules of 5 and 8, just depending on how many of a card you want to open. You play 5 if you want to open exactly 1, you play 8 if you want to open 1 or more. So I've got this Rice Heart, which means I can treat Fenrir as a fire that I can open. I'm playing Dolgoran as well. This might get flexed into something else in the near future. It's still in here as testing. It's a Dolgoran, it's a fire, it's good. But there's 5 fires, 6, 7, 8 fires. So I have, I think, about an 80% chance to open 1 or more. Any more, you start getting diminishing returns. You're more likely to open 2, which isn't necessarily as good, but there's no harm in going a bit up. And in similar vein, not quite as down on the maths on this one, but Triple Bell, you do need to open Earth still. So yeah, there's that. Triple Stake Your Soul, Raisin Access predominantly, but it is another super flexible card. If you open Raisin and Stake, you can get to Borga and Mad Love and all that full combo with it still anyway. It's very, very flexible. You could reveal different stuff with it all the time. 2 Continue is still insane. 1 Vanquish Soul Dust Devil because it is also insane. This gets sided out quite a little, I say quite a bit, it gets sided out a little bit. There are some matchups where it's rather weak, doesn't really do anything. But when Cash is the best deck, when you go second, it can be used as a board breaker. It's still worth keeping in the main deck. I'm still on 5 pots. This is one of the 5 of maths. I want to open exactly 1 pot every single hand. 5 is the number that is optimal to do that with. So yeah, there you go. A lot of people are like, well, why are you on Desires? You don't want to banish all your stuff. Well, you can still play. As long as you don't banish all 3 Heavy Borga and 2 Valius, you're fine. And I've even had games where that happened and I still won because I just drew hand traps and Fenrir, and you can play off of that as it is perfectly fine. So there's them. 1 Glitter, and also 1 Durandal. This is part of the rule of 8 as well. I want at least 8 Raisin Access cards. So I have 1 Durandal, 1 Rota, I have 3 Stake, and I have 3 Raisin itself. And that is 8. If I pull them all out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, where's the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there you go. So same as the fire math, I'm probably going to open an 8. And Prost Math as well. This card is like absolutely mandatory because it makes all of your 3-offs 5-offs. Very mathematical deck, and I think that's just the way you build this deck in order to give you yourself the best chance of seeing what you need to see. And it works out very well. Things kind of just go exactly how I planned it, which, you know, probability, it kind of just works that way, right? 2 talents. Well, that one's upside down. Talents is still good. I did say I wanted to put this to 3. I still want to put this to 3, but I'm really tight on space. I want to keep all the maths close as possible together. Yeah, I did cut down on Bell at one point, but then I wasn't playing 8 Earths as it was anyway, especially after cutting Pantera. So I really don't want to cut down on an Earth without going up on another Earth, because I still think you should be playing 8, but I just don't have space to do that. Because I'm also dedicating side slots to this, or main deck slots to this rather, because Imperm's crazy. This card is like actually crazy. Like, this should be in your main deck this format. Clear up some space here. Extra deck, standard. I have heard people saying you can play 2 of this. You can't. You have grind games where you make all 3, and if you can't make one, you lose. So there's that. I'm still on the 1 Baron de Fleur. It's a nice little flex spot. Everything in this extra deck after Baron is like just flex to taste. I'm still on the Sargas package because it doesn't lose to Imperm. That's the only argument over the Zoo package, basically. They both have their strengths. 1 Baguska, still on the Tornado Dragon. I'm probably going to cut this because it's come up almost never. Granted, I've not really had a game against Labyrinth yet, but it probably is for them. I just haven't been able to test it. I've just not had that matchup yet. Mono Rise Heart. This card's actually fucked. Because not only is it something you can make when you have Fenrir versus Cash, you can make this yourself off of most hands with Fenrir, especially with Prost. Fenrir Raisin can make this with Funnel Up. It's quite funny. And 2 Zeus. I did find the space for the Zeus at the end. They're here now. Unicorn Cerberus, the good cards. 1 Security Dragon and 1 Macracker, because they are good cards. It's Dimension Shifter. Triple Magnum Boot, 1 Druid's Worm, I'm still on that package. 2 Lightning Storm. 3 Cosmic, I was on that before. It's very good versus your really hard matchup of Runix. This was very good against my round 1. And I'm playing, instead of the Took Booze, I'm on Triple Eradicator Epidemic Virus, because I watched that feature match. You will watch that feature match. I think this is a little bit better against the top decks. This is really funny. You wait for Runic to add Fountain, you eradicate them. Cash is attempting to do anything at all, you eradicate them. Labyrinth, Eradicator. This card's such a blowout, so it's yeah.
Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and thank you, Rob, for the deck profile, and stay tuned for more content. Cheers.